it looks like I decided I have been coming every week about this same time. And actually, it's about 5 minutes later, 7 minutes. Been trying to go on at 10 o'clock. And today, it's just a tad later. Oh, no, my nose is itching. Why is it every time you get on here, your nose itches? Got me some coffee. It's the leftover coffee from this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. And I hope you're having a good evening. I don't know that anybody will come on with me, but if you don't, then you maybe catch me later. I usually come on here and I have a thought what I'll do in case somebody don't come and start talking to me. I have my book that I've been, it's kind of like a glue book that I'm putting my health and food and exercises and all in, and I'm using my Medicare book to do it with. I'm covering it up, gluing it up. And so let's see, I want to get this on here where I can see if anybody comes and I can read the comments better on there. And there I am. Let me make sure my sound is down here. Okay, and I'm here. And here I am. So if anybody comments or says anything, I'll be able to read it there. In the meantime, I'm going to be just talking about my books and what I'm doing. Oh, here's another one, the color. In my Tops magazine, they include pictures sometimes to color. And, you know, I've been joining in with different ones. Hello there, whoever's there. I thank you for joining me. And I hope you're having a good evening. It is been a nice day here. I think it didn't get too much past 80 today, which is nice here in Northern California. And I'm hoping you're having a good evening too. If you wouldn't mind, I'm tearing paper. If you wouldn't mind, if you'll give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. And I'm happy to see you. Here is the picture. Oh, hi, Patti. I'm so happy to see you. I've been coming on here at this time every Monday night just for fun. And you never know who's going to join me. And it's been fun for me. And I see a couple more join me. And I'm happy to see you, no matter what you're doing. Patti, actually, I'm doing a little glue in the glue book. Hi, Anna. I'm happy to see you here, too. It's a beautiful day. Yes, it is. I just shut my door where it wouldn't be so loud in case cars went by. But I've had it open all day. How was your weather, Anna, where you are? I know you don't have the same weather as Patti and I do. We're pretty close to each other, and I'm happy to see you here. I have just been doing some gluing in this book if I didn't have anything to talk about, I can always refer back to something in this book. And I'm using, oh, and I just showed this. I don't know if you've seen this. This was in one of my Tops books. So I have this to color. And I've always said Patti's the one that got me really going on the coloring. I mean, I always colored as a kid. The weather here is beautiful. It's not hot. Okay. Yes. And I have my laptop over here in case sometimes I can't read the ones that come up on, I'm doing this on my phone. But I have my laptop over here to read the comments. They last longer on that. So if you see me looking away, you'll know that's what I'm doing. This has been an interesting day. You guys, I'll have to tell you what happened. And if you see, I know my hair is already a mess. I love that you're coloring. Thank you. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. Today, you won't believe what happened. I went to Starbucks. You know, I could have went to the picnic, and I told about that. And actually, my video's coming up. I did a little vlog. Anna, where do you live? I think she lives in Illinois, but she'll tell us. I sometimes get mixed up with where some of these guys live. I try to remember everybody's, and I try to write notes sometimes. But today I went to Starbucks, as I was saying, and then I went across the street to Salvation Army store, and I was just looking around. I thought, I seen this cutest embroidery. Somebody did a cross stitch, really cute, and I was videoing it. You know, anything I see of interest, I have to video it and show it. So all of a sudden, okay, Mount Vernon, Illinois. I was thinking it was Illinois for you, Anna. As I was walking, I took the picture. I was videoing this picture, and this man, I didn't know how old. He was kind of a good-looking man. He kind of walked past, and then he doubled back, and he said, I just want to tell you how pretty you are. I was just like floored. I mean, and then he said, would you like to have dinner with me? And I mean, like, oh my goodness. I said, and I knew he was probably way younger than me. And I said, oh, that's so nice. I said, I don't even remember exactly everything I said, but I said, how old are you? And he said, 59. I said, I have a son that's 61. Oh, it just tickled me to death. I'll tell you, that it made my day. So that was my fun day. I could have went out to dinner. No, if he would have found out how old I was, he probably said, never mind, you're my grandma. Anyway, that was fun. So it doesn't happen every day, but you know, it is it makes you feel good when something like that happens. Hi, Anna. Oh my goodness, Joyce, that's, I'd say that's very forward. You know, that's not too terribly long ago. I'd say within the last year, that happened when I was pulling out of the driveway at Auto Motion. Someone motioned me, you know, and I thought something was wrong with my Jeep, you know, and so I stopped. You know, it was in a parking lot, and I stopped, and he got out, and he was pulling a boat or something, and he said something about almost the same line. I don't know, is that a new line everybody's using these days? Well, only 2 times for me. And here I am. I'm not looking for anybody, you guys, at my age. Just let me, by the way, did you hear? My sister's getting married. Yep, he got on his knees. Oh, this hair is going to drive me nuts tonight. I didn't spray it down good enough. Okay, so when you're not talking, I got something to talk about. So, book. I'm so happy you're here. And in this book, I just look at some of these items, and like, here's a flatbread pizza that you can just put on a piece of, buy flatbread and make your own pizza. And this is a good way. Oh, geez. Oh, hot mama. Yeah. That's too funny. I don't feel like a hot mama. What about a grandma or a great grandma? Oh, now you hear me tearing paper. Okay. Here is a margarita flatbread pizza. How's that sound? It has cherry tomatoes on it. It has a little bit of naan bread, a mini one. Okay, those are nice. I think I'll put that one in my book. I might need that one somewhere along the line. Oops, my glue. Sorry. I have the glue and everything here sitting here to put in this book. And this pizza, it has the little cherry tomatoes on it. 6 cherry tomatoes or 3 large, 6 small ones or 3 large. And 2 small mozzarella balls. They must take those and break them apart. Have you ever bought those? I never have. So, and then the basil. I love fresh basil. Do you guys like fresh basil? I'm going to just cut a little piece of this out instead of putting the whole thing on here. And then I'll put the recipe on here. And it's a simple one. I could do that. Probably wouldn't need a recipe for this. So many things you don't need a recipe for. Is this too loud? This cutting the scissors with the scissors. this has been a good day. Okay, pizza and basil. I do. And when my sister came, she brought from her garden, her little, I think it's one of those air gardens. She brought some fresh basil with her. I'm going to throw my paper down the floor. I'll pick it up later. Nobody will make me put it away. Okay, love the mozzarella from from Bel Air. I've never bought that. I bet that is really good. And I've ate it on different, when I've been elsewhere and someone else has done it, but I haven't ate it myself. So tomorrow is weigh-in day, and I don't know. This week kind of been a different week. Last week I turtled. That means you stayed the same as the week before, and that's always okay to be able to do that. Not to gain, just to stay in the neighborhood of where you was. But this week we'll see. I don't think it's a lot, but maybe it could be just a tad. I mean, I'm right there in the neighborhood of where I want to be, but it's so easy to creep up on you if you're not careful. And I just was telling in my video that's coming out in a few minutes, I made some more of that pudding. Last week I made the lemon pudding, and so yesterday, actually I didn't even dig out a recipe for it. I ended up just remembering what I did last time. I used 2 cups of milk, half a cup of sugar, actually a little less than a half a cup of sugar, and 2 eggs. Well, no, I used 1 egg this time, last time 2. And what else did I use? Oh, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and a dash of salt. And then I put some cocoa in it. And I put that in the blender and put a spoonful of peanut butter in it. And I had chocolate peanut butter. Beat it up really good. Hi, Mimi. Mimi's here. I'm happy to see you too, Mimi. You guys, I'd love to see all you here. And you guys, whenever you're here and later on, as soon as I can, I'll go back in and put your link in. And there's Dave from Canada. I'm happy to see you, Dave. And did you have any pizza this week? I didn't, but I would like to. I could. Actually, I might have a piece in the freezer. But this margarita flatbread pizza sounds good. It has why do they call it margarita? Isn't that reminds me of isn't that an alcohol drink? Maybe I don't know my things so much, but that sounds like a good one. Okay, and so how is weather? Now I've got you can have a good low-calorie one. Get one of those non bread and make it a little teeny one. That way you're not tempted with the whole thing. And, I think it's really, okay, round table. Oh, yeah, supreme. Yep. The more, the better. You know what I like? Well, Patti, remember the first time we ever met? We went to our, what's the name of it? Goodness. Okay, Patti. The name just left me. Anyway, we went to the pizza place where they you choose and make your own pizza. I mean, you tell them what you want on the pizza, like Subway, and they put everything on it you want. I went heavy on the veggies. That was good. Now, so there's so many ways I like to eat all that stuff. Oh, Pieology, yes. I haven't went there as often. My husband and I used to go and would get one and share it. And that was always good because that was enough for both of us. And then we'd bring it home and we'd eat some there and then we'd bring it home and we had enough for another meal. So I always enjoyed that. So that was nice. And here you hear me cutting again. So, did anybody do anything special today being a holiday? Anna or Mimi or Dave, Patti? I know a little bit of Patti because I watched your video. Okay, I don't need meat on my pizza, but to have green peppers, onions, and mushrooms, that sounds good to me, Anna. I would like those things on my pizza. Really, and I like olives too on it too. Now here's a Mediterranean flatbread. That's made with hummus. Does anybody like hummus? You know, I used to make it. Actually, one person told me I should make it on my video, and I forgot how I used to make it because one time we had a ladies' meeting, and at the meeting, they had me make it. And I don't remember how I made it at that time. One thing I know I did is, you know, it calls for the sesame, whatever that is, that toasted. Okay, no, I didn't do anything. My son that lives local went to Sacramento and Lake Amador. Actually, I think my son went camping also, but I think he got home already. I haven't talked to him, but his little stepdaughter. Oh yeah, olives on it. Yes, Pinehurst. Is it pine nuts or garlic hummus? Okay, that sounds good too. Yeah, I'd like that. Pine nuts. Okay, that's what I was thinking you meant when you said that. My son went camping. In fact, his little stepdaughter, I noticed she did another makeup video maybe last year, she did a video, and she was acting like Mrs. Pete's Thrifty Living, because I did that one back a long time ago, not this recent one. And so just today she did another video and was putting her makeup on. She didn't mention me this time. I haven't gotten to see her as much lately. Okay, pine nuts, not Pinehurst. Yes. Oh, I tell you what, you got to watch this auto correct. Sometimes it says something you don't mean to say. More than once that's happened to me. So, what is your favorite pizza? I mean, do you have a certain one that you always order, or is it just whatever's on the menu? I don't know. I usually get a veggie one, full of everything. I like all that good stuff on it, so that's what I usually get. And today, Mimi, I watched yours. I hope your vegetables start growing better. I'm not going to try to do any vegetables this year, I don't think. I do have my little green onions outside my front door. Actually, I'm going to buy some more and put out there because those come in handy. Even when my sister was here, I'd hand her the scissors and say, can you go cut me some green onions? Okay, we always have mushrooms, black olives, okay, sausage and pepperoni. Duck Hunter guy died. Okay, wait, I don't know who Duck Hunter guy is. Can you tell us about that? I'm not sure who that is, Dave. You know, I don't keep up with the news as much. Okay, I saw that tab. Okay. I was by myself today, okay, and worked in my flower garden planting seeds and bulbs, and then I went grocery shopping. That Anna said that. So yeah, somehow we got to keep buying those groceries. I don't really buy an awful lot, but you know, there's things you want to have always on in your refrigerator or whatever. So let's see. Yeah, everything costs a lot more than it used to. Whenever you go to the store, you know it. You pay a pretty penny. And like with Patti, if you drive somewhere, okay, Dave, thank you, Dave. With Patti, you have to drive a little ways to get to one of the cheaper grocery stores, but so that you have to take that into consideration whenever you're wanting to buy something. I was, who was that? I was listening to somebody was talking about how they used to buy, um, a whole thing of meat. Oh, I know. It was, Lindy with, Phil Roberts. Yes. I just seen that. Phil Roberts. He was 79. He was my age. So, I don't know, when his birthday was, but I did read that and I thought, oh, he's my age. And he passed away. I didn't read why. I mean, if he had heart trouble or what, at that age, somewhere along the line, it'd be your time, but you're not ready to give anybody up. Oh, here's another one, flatbread with pear and skinny caramelized onion flatbread. Okay, Duck Dynasty. Okay, Patti said, my husband wanted to go visit him and go hunting with him. I bet that would have been a wonderful. Did he do that kind of thing and give tours or whatever, give you a chance to do that? He must have. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Now your husband, didn't he used to do duck hunting, Patti? Out where you live, there is a lot of duck hunting, if I'm not mistaken. I heard Alzheimer's. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's a horrible thing to have. Yeah. That is sad whenever that happens, but sad to say, we're all going to go someday, just not in a hurry. Well, the main thing I think is I don't want to be sick to die. I think that's probably a lot of us that would say that, when the time comes, although it'd be a shock on the family, if you could go, just go to sleep and, if you're right with the Lord and you're ready to go to heaven, then that'd be the wonderful way to go. Sorry, I'm making noise now because I'm cutting my paper again. Okay. Oh yes, he was a hunter and fisherman, and now he doesn't. Okay, now his health doesn't let him. Yeah, I'm so sad to hear that about your husband, Patti, because I know he really. I was thinking you had mentioned that God's going to get us all. Yep, you're right. Someday our time is numbered. Was it somewhere in the Bible it says about we're guaranteed 7 what? Oh, okay. Now all of a sudden it just left me. It's like 70 years. And anything over that is a bonus. Well, I'm living in my bonus. Maybe that's the way I should say it. I'm living in my bonus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now this pear and skinny caramelized onion flatbread. Does that sound good to anybody? Here's a picture of it. I know it's not a very good picture. You use your flatbread and then you just put onions and olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and canned pears. Okay, and 2 sandwich skinny rolls, whole bread or the mini non bread. Now remember, this is coming from Tops magazine. That's they're looking for health reasons, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's talk about something else. What do you want to talk about? Okay, breathing. Here's breathing. Oh, that reminds me. Today I was watching. Now I don't know what it was about, but they was talking about some ways to make you feel better, and they're talking about rubbing your hands together like this. I think they said 36 times, and then there's like something like this. And I know you guys, it looks like I'm a battered woman. I'm always running into something. Okay, well, I'm going to go to sleep. Okay, Patti, I'm happy you're here and you have a wonderful night. God be with you, and we'll be praying for your hubby, okay? Anyway, when I was watching that, they was doing this. But they said it really helped something. And one other thing. Oh, and then this, rubbing your hand like that. Have you ever heard of that? I don't know for sure what it was about, but I mean, then I said, oh, that whenever you're cold and you rub your hands together like that. I don't know. Okay. And then we all know that we need to breathe deeper. And I'm not even sure that this is talking about that, but makes me think of that whenever because sometimes we just breathe shallow instead of breathing deep, you know, like we probably should. And they're talking about different ways of, I don't know whether this might be something else that, I don't know. Okay. And then breathing out of your nose. Do you do that? Are you a sleeper with your mouth open or shut? I'm afraid my mouth gets open, not intentionally, but it just does. This is my leftover drink from today. Try rubbing your belly and patting yourself on the head at the same time. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know. Okay. Oh no. Can you do it? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I think I am. You see my flab too. I might could do it for a half a minute. Can you do it? Anybody else? It takes a lot of coordination to do all these kind of things sometimes. Okay. The roots of weight loss. Does anybody need to lose weight around here? Or is it just, I'm surrounded by people sometimes that need to or wants to lose weight. But, the main thing is I don't care about losing weight. I want to, yeah, it's nice. Okay. You can do that, Dave, huh? How is your weather? Let's see. Anna, I sleep with my mouth shut. Oh, you do? Okay. And for some reason, I don't know. I don't know. I have to sleep on my right side. I think I sleep on my left and then my right. And I have found one thing, I can sleep better now that I found this out, I think about 2 years ago or so. If I wedge myself with pillows around me, a pillow on my left and a pillow on my right, I sleep better. I don't know why. Okay, you must have sleep apnea. Yeah, you could. Very much so. Yeah. I've never been tested for sleep apnea, and hopefully I don't. And okay, yeah. Anna, you very well could have it. Yeah. But I guess there's so many things, and so many people that have, hi, Kim. Kim's here. Kim's in the house. You guys, Kim has a wonderful channel too. Now, somewhere along the line, probably tomorrow, I'll try and write everybody's name that has a channel. And by the way, Dave, I couldn't find you last time. Are you going to try to do more with your channel? And if you can I click on this, Dave in Canada, and get to your channel? I know I did one time, and I got the music that you'd played the bass on. I'd be interested to know, or if you're going to try to do more. And Kim has a wonderful channel. Patti was just here, and she said she had to go to bed, and she's got to get up and work early in the morning. I don't know. I think she goes to bed a little earlier than we do sometimes. So, and I just get on here and just chit chat. If you guys give me a subject, then I try to talk about that. If it's something that I can, or I always have my books and the glue books and all. Farm table. Okay, you missed Patti. Yes, you did. She was just here a few minutes ago. Yeah, she was here for a few minutes. So we'll have to keep praying for her hubby. He is in the hospital, and it sounds like he'll go to somewhere. Okay, hopefully. Okay, let me see. Dave, hopefully some new videos. Good. I'll look forward to seeing those new videos. And Anna says, no, I don't have sleep apnea. Okay, that's good. You have been tested by the hospital, and I just feel more comfortable. Okay, on your right side. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's a good thing if you don't have sleep apnea. I guess that's pretty dangerous. But most everybody I know that has it, they hate to sleep with those apparatus that they have to wear, and I guess some of them are more comfortable than others, from what I understand. Here is farm to table. You like to eat your food straight from the farm? When I was growing up, that's what we did. Not so much now. Most everything, but you know, when you start reading about all the things in the food. I was just listening to one lady not long ago, and she was talking about all these different foods they have, like even the tea bags that have little microplastics in it. Okay, I like laying on my left side with a pillow between my knees. Yep, I agree. I got a pillow down under my knees, and it gets between sometimes. You know, just to get comfortable. It's amazing how we can move from one side to the other and to get just right and get comfortable. Yep, I like to do that. Yeah. This one lady I was listening to, she had talked about even the tea bags have a little bit of plastic that gets in it. It's supposed to be bad for the brain. Have you heard about that? Yeah. LOL. Yeah. Anna, that's for sure. Yes. Dave, how is your weather there in Canada now? Did you bring dandelions home during the war? Not me. I didn't go to the war. And speaking of that, I wrote a note here I wanted to tell you guys about. I don't know whether you ever find these kind of interesting. I come across this one lady, and actually it was 2 hours. And every night I would put it on just for, I'm sorry, I'm talking with my hands. Every night I'd put it on and just to listen to a little bit because it was 2 hours. And it was about a lady that was a missionary before World War II, 1939. She went around that time. So that was World War II, I think. Anyway, they ended up going to, was captured, and she lived in the POW. Her name is Darlene Rose. And if you are interested in something like that, this was such a heart-wrenching story that you might find it interesting. My sister sleeps with a pillow between her knees. Yep, it's a smart way to do it. You can go on Dr. Dobson. Has anybody heard of him? And you can watch him or just type in this Darlene Rose. She was a missionary before her time, and what she endured, oh my goodness. At times I couldn't hardly even imagine some of the things she went through and some of the miracles that she went through, that God was with her during those hard times. You know, she had, when she was young, she had decided she would memorize a lot of the Bible. And so she just put it to memory, a lot of it. And then at one time they had taken the Bible away from her. And so she didn't have that, but she had it in her heart. So she could still, you know, it's me, like somebody can start quoting a scripture and I can help finish it, but I can't just start and say it like so-and-so in a certain verse, it says this. I'm not very good at that. I never have been, but you know, I've heard it and I can help repeat it if somebody, you know, starts saying it. So did anybody see my sister and my new brother-in-law to be? He got on his knee and asked my sister to marry him. That was this last week. I did a short on it. That was fun. And they're going to be getting married this summer, and I'll get to be at the wedding. So I'm excited about that. And it sounds like it's going to be a fun time. Actually, it's going to be during my birthday week. We'll be in Oklahoma for the family reunion. And my daughter from Florida will be going. And I found out my son here, one of my sons, my oldest son, will be going back there too. He's got his ticket, and he'll be going to the family reunion slash wedding slash my 80th birthday. So it's going to be an exciting time. And after that, they will go on home, and we will go on over to Branson, and we have tickets for several of the different shows. My cousin coordinates all this, and we say, okay, now let us know what we owe you. And she gives us a little, the breakdown of whatever it is, and we send her the money, and we're on our way. So that's going to be an exciting time. I'm looking forward to it. We went 2 years ago. Okay, living on Tulsa time. Okay. Now I don't quite understand are you talking about the time zone of Tulsa? Because that's, in Oklahoma, and that's where I'm going, but it's a little, probably maybe 2 hours away. We will be near Fort Smith, real on the northeast side of Oklahoma. Actually, it's a place called Ten Killer Dam and Lake. And it used to not have a lake there. And that's where my dad, he was one of 18 children. He was number 4. Okay, Don Williams song. I'm sure that would be good. I wish I could hear you sing it, because I'm not quite, I'll have to look that one up. Living on Tulsa time. I'll have to write that down, because sometimes I don't remember. Okay, living on Tulsa time. Okay, yep. My mama was close to Muskogee. She lived in Muskogee. Okay, it's exciting. Your sister getting, thank you. Yes, she's real excited. They have a lot of decisions to make with their getting married. She lives in Texas. He lives in Oklahoma, and they're the hair. And so, they have a lot of decisions to make. And of course, she's a little older than me. So, you can find love at any time. It's really nice. She's got a good guy, and he's an awesome, we feel like he's part of the family. So that's going to be good. And he loves the Lord. That's good. I was married once, many years ago. Didn't you say you got married at age 50? If I recall that, Dave, and you was married for a while. I think I remember that. And I could be wrong, because, yeah, I was married too. My husband passed away, and it was a good marriage, and was married almost 40 years. And Don Williams sings the song, I Believe in Love. Yep, I Believe in Love. That's good too. I like country music. That's country gospel is my very favorite, but I like country. I like the clean words, not something. Okay, she got herself a little sugar daddy. Yep. Yeah, I think they're going to do really well. Yeah, so it's going to be exciting to see what happens. And they've known each other, and actually he was part of our cousin's family that good friends for years and years and more years. So he's not just some stranger that come up somewhere along the line. So that's always good to know. That's a good thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, so I've just had a wonderful day today. It's been a good one, and surprisingly, and I haven't really talked to too many people. Went to Starbucks, as I said earlier in the video, and had a good day. And then I did a vlog this time for my video. I decided to do it. It'll be, as soon as I get off of here, I will be uploading it, and it'll be just a little bit of my day. And some people like that. You never know what a person likes, and you just kind of do a little of whatever you like to do, because if you don't do that, you're in trouble if you don't. By the way, this last week Thursday night, our pastor at our church retired. Let's see. You remember Marty Robbins? Yes, she's a woman. Oh yeah, I like that. Really like that song. Yeah, that was a good one. Our pastor that was at our church for 20 plus years, him and his wife, um, he retired, but his daughter and son-in-law became our pastors, and it was a beautiful transition. Excuse me, I got a little cough or something coming up. And so he just kind of moved over one lane, and he still once in a while when they'd ask him to preach, he'd preach, and he still went in and did office hours. But he decided that it was time. Actually, he's 10 years younger than me. That's how I know how old he is, because we've heard it for years. So he just is turning 70 and I'm turning 80. I'm sorry. I feel this dry cough coming, and all of a sudden it won't stop. Anyway, so they did they had a retirement dinner for him, and it was catered, and it was really nice. And they had different people. They asked different people if they would like to come up and say something, and a handful of people did, and some of them that were on staff, and a couple of them. Dave Baker went, and he is pastor in another church, but he was at our church for many years. And another, Jim Killian was also another pastor, and they've went on to their own churches now. But they got up and spoke, and all of them was so funny. And Dave Baker, it was so funny to hear him tell it. And by the way, you can listen to this. Maybe there's a romantic connection. Okay. Dave Baker, when he was telling his story, Pastor Al was always so handy with handiwork. I mean, he'd do work on whatever, painted and fixed and whatever needed doing. He was a handy man to have around. Well, Dave and Patti lived across the street from Pastor Al and them, and Pastor Al Dave would be trying to fix something, like he was fixing his toilet, and he called Pastor and he said, "What is this wax thing?" Because he bought a new toilet and it had that wax ring. And so Pastor Al told him, and at the end he said, "Now don't screw it down too tight because you could break it." About that time he broke it. Then he had to go buy another one. Anyway, the story is on that video that I did on Thursday night. You can listen to it. You can't see it. I just, because I didn't have permission, I just laid the phone up to the ceiling. Then I put a picture of him, of him preaching on the screen after I got permission to do it. I didn't want to do anything that I couldn't do. So they said it was fine. So that's on there, and some wonderful fun stories that they told. His wife, he would used to say that she would, whenever he'd have trouble, Pastor Dave would have trouble fixing something, his wife said, "Call Pastor, call Al." And finally, one time he was so frustrated, he said, "You should have married Al." Anyway, we all got a kick out of that one. That was fun. So just lots of fun little moments like that. Even if you didn't know him, you would love the little one-liners that he used to use. There was a lot of them. So it was great. So it was a good night. So this week has been just packed with a lot of wonderful things. And now it's coming to, well, I say it's coming to an end. It's beginning. Well, a week from the last time I talked to you on this channel. But it's a good day. I'm blessed. Oh, by the way, did you see? I finally got monetized. Now, they haven't sent me the little note saying to, that they need all my information where they can send me a little money, which is, I never thought I'd get paid on this job. And really, I mean, I put a lot of time in it, but it's been a labor of love and given me something to do. And what a blessing it's been. So I've met a lot of wonderful people, you guys included. Let's see, if If they don't find you handsome, at least they can find you handy. That's true. They're not going to find me too handy. I mean, I can make do with lots of things, but um, uh, Dave, are you a handyman? Do you do a lot of handyman stuff? What's your kind of thing you like to do? And anybody else that wants to say, not just Dave, but anybody else that would like to say something. I love hearing from you also. You know, it's getting close to 11. I usually stop about 11 o'clock, 10 to 11, and just chit chat away, and hope I'm not boring you to death. Let's see. You're frugal. That is the truth. I am very frugal. I try my best to be. To me, it's a little game, you know, to see how much without being chintzy. I don't want to be chintzy, I really don't, um, when I'm somewhere, I'll tip, but I look for a bargain. I'm looking for a bargain always. If I go in a thrift store and they got the little colored signs and it says 75% off on the white tag or the green tag or whatever, that's my little goal, is see what I can find for that price. It's just a little fun game for me, and I do enjoy it. Yeah. And I mean, some people might like to say, oh, well, I paid this amount of money. And I say, well, I paid a little amount, or that looks nice on you. By the way, oh, where'd you get it? Oh, I got that at the thrift store. By the way, my friend gave me this shirt. Yeah, I think I bought the earrings. I think they were Temu. So you can see, yeah, congratulations. Oh, thank you. I was very surprised. My son, my young son, Josh, he's the one that really helped me a lot when I first got started. Not so much anymore. He's busy in his own life, but he says, you're gonna do it. He said, and when it gets there, it's just gonna go real fast. And I say, well, it's just so slow, I mean, you might have 2 new subscribers or this or that, but that one video, I cannot believe it. It's just like shocking to me. It's when that really put me over the top, is when I did the video with me putting my makeup on. I never dreamed. I mean, I've done a video with putting my makeup on before, but somehow that one YouTube just pushed it out there. And I think it has 18,000 views on it. Now, whether anybody watched it all the way through, so many people watch a little portion of it and then they move on. I'm guilty of that too. Some of them I'll stay for the whole thing, and some of them just for a little portion of it. But that, and I heard from so many wonderful people. It was just amazing, from all over the country. And I mean, whether they come back, a few of them have, but I don't know how many, but I'm so thankful for any. It's just been a blessing to me. Just, you never know. You never know what's going to hit and what's not. Yep, I agree. Being frugal is important, and it really helps a lot, to make it. Oh, the money will flood in now. I'll be very surprised at that one. And I'll be paying my tithes on it too. I always have, so that won't be any different. If I get extra for that, I'll just pay my tithes and thank the Lord for it. My granddaughter and her husband, I think I mentioned it, they pastored a church in North Dakota. Just recently resigned their church. She's a songwriter, and she's got 1 CD out, and you can find her on YouTube. Her name is Rochelle Heilbrunn. And if you go on my channel, you'll see different times I've mentioned her. They are going to be traveling. I don't know not how far, because they have 3 children, and they will be preaching in other churches. And her husband preaches, and really good. They're a great team. He plays drums, and she plays the keyboard, and so she'll do her worship music, and she writes all of her own songs. She might sing other people's songs, but she writes a lot of music. God's given her that gift of writing. And her mama, my daughter, has been a fantastic writer, although she never pushed her music out at all. And I always thought if it got in the right hands, it would have just been amazing. But she just never pushed it. She just was happy to go to church, worship the Lord, play her music, in the setting. Actually, she has a channel. You can listen to her music too. I think it's Rochelle. I mean, it's Gail Wampler. I think that's the way she has it on her channel. She doesn't push it. She just, and it's just very little that she has out there because she's too busy. She's busy taking care of her grandchildren. She has 7. Let's see. Yeah. Wait. There's 4 and 3. 7 grandchildren. That makes me 7 great grandchildren from her side. Then I have 2 from the other side. That's all. So that makes 9 great grandchildren. Wow. But only 2 of them live close by. And not long ago, I put a little video on the very end of the little guy. He's going to be 2. No, he's going to be 3 in June. He lives close by, and his little brother that's 6 or 7 months old. They're cute babies. A lot of times when I'm over shopping, I'll call my granddaughter or send her a note and say, if you're not busy and the babies aren't sleeping, I'd like to come by. And I'll run by every once in a while and go visit, maybe 20 minutes. I don't stay long, and I'll just pop in and play and talk to them for a while and then move on and get busy meeting my friend for lunch or whatever I'm doing at the time. So what do you do to keep busy? Most of you, I know some of you do different things. Do you have hobbies? I think YouTube's become a hobby. and here, this hair is, I should have pinned it back or put something on it. You guys probably said. Usually whenever I'm doing a video and that happens, I cut that out. But, doing a live, you can't do that. So I'm just doing it here. Okay, and I didn't do much of my book. Still kicking. He's got to still kick. And I know this, you're seeing it backwards. Move, keep moving. This man is he's kickboxing. And he's lost some weight. Let's see, what did he lose? Oh my goodness, he lost 118 pounds. Wow, that's a lot. Over a period of time, you got to do a lot of changing to do that. And there's a lot of success stories, even with my tops that I go to. Actually, there's several of the girls in our group that's lost 50, 60 pounds. And they've kept it off for years. So that's nice, when that can happen. Because, it's not good on the body to gain it and lose it, gain it and lose it. It's really hard on the body. So if you can just stay, steady, lose a little bit and keep losing a little bit, it's better than those fast losses that is not good for you. So, yes. And, and shoes. Have you tried those shoes that they look like they're barefooted tennis shoes? Different ones have talked about it. Okay, let's see. Anna, you said my son and his wife, Abby, cannot have children, so I will never be a grandma. But the last time I seen them, they're talking about being foster parents. You can love those foster children as well. Hopefully you'll enjoy them. There's a lot of little kids that need a lot of love in this world, and that's good. They even have those, they used to call them, I don't know where you meet them, but they have grandparents like the dads that they used to step in for people, the children that didn't have dads. They called it a certain name. and that has skipped my mind. And then another one they had where they could have the grandparents, where you could be a grandparent. You need to lose 150 pounds, just a little bit at a time. That's the way you do it, Anna. Just cut back a little bit. I mean, different ways for different people, but you know, and calories in, calories out. You know, it's, I mean, all these fancy things, but it is calories in, calories out, you know, and keep moving, exercising as much as you can. You know, I know there's limits to what a person can do. So just a little bit at a time. And you might cut back just a little bit and start, you know, some of the girls at our tops that have had the most success is write down everything you eat. Okay, if you eat breakfast, you don't just write I had an egg and toast, but you write down 1 egg. If you have butter in it, you write that down. And then somewhere along the line, you can add those up and you think, oh my goodness, did I eat that much today? I could do the same thing some days. And it is surprising. You can do very well by just writing everything down. Actually, they have programs on your phones to do that too. Different ones. I think one of the programs is called Fat Secret. You can, it's an app and it's free. And you can type in whatever you ate, and they do the math for you. And you can say, okay, you can see you had so many fats and so many of this and that. And any of those can help you. And if you have a Tops where you go, where you live, I don't know whether you do, but it's very affordable, and it's like a support group. You know, we're going to go tomorrow. We're going to go way in. It's about $49 to $50 for a year to join. And you get these magazines. You get one every other month, and they are just packed full with recipes and encouragement and other people's successes, and then different groups have different things. Some of them have contests, and some of them have dues for the club. Ours right now don't, because we don't need to. But if you need to, they're there for you. Let me read what you wrote. Years ago, I lost a lot of weight and got down to 120. Wow. But a lady I knew got jealous of me, and I felt bad and ended up gaining weight. I'm never going to do that again. That's for sure. You don't do it for somebody else. Do it for yourself and your health. And don't let anybody else ever make you feel bad for losing weight. I mean, it's like you can, I mean, by the same token, if one person has a little bit more money or a little bit better something, you know, everybody is on their same level. My brother plays the piano better than me, you know, but that's not going to make me stop playing the piano. You know, we're all kind of in where we are. God give us. Yes, I've been to Tops. If you can, I mean, every group is not the same. I think ours is really good. It's not a gigantic one, and we love our people. But, you know, if you can get something, and there's other places that you can do it too. And you know what? This whole time has come and gone. And I see my daughter just posted something. I think that's too late. She's in Florida. I wonder if that's delayed. Okay. I just wanted to finish up tonight, and I'll be uploading my video for tomorrow that you can watch tonight, but you can watch it tomorrow too. That's my vlog. And I'd like to just say a prayer with you before I go. I always like to do that. And if you don't mind, and if you do mind, just go ahead and go, and I'll go ahead and pray. And I just want to ask the Lord to bless each one of you today. Lord Jesus, I just thank you for each one that came along tonight to join in with me, the ones that I know were here I pray you'll bless them, the ones I don't know that was here. I pray you'll bless them, God. I pray for Anna, God, that you'll help her, Lord. I pray for her health. I pray um, for Patty's husband, Lord, that needs a healing. Each one, God, there's something that I'm sure each one needs, Lord, healing, a financial miracle, something in their hearts and lives, God, that you can just help them, Lord, with. And if someone comes along that don't know you, I ask you, Jesus, let them feel you, and God, let them ask you to come into their heart, that you will come in, that you'll live with them, that you'll be their guide, and ask Jesus to forgive them of their sins. Bless them, Lord, each one, and we'll look forward to seeing them next time. Give them, God, a good night of sleep. I pray God blesses you tonight, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And keep on keeping on, you guys, every single one of you. God bless you, Kim. God bless you, Anna. God bless you, Dave. And oh, forgive me if I'm missing somebody, but I pray God blesses you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.